Okay. Vita. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from that.
What's the deal, baby? Y'all didn't know who it is. The big boss hog. Boss dog can't poke through the dope. Hit the top this boxer. Fucking about soliloquy. Remember, tough times don't last. Good people do. Don't off yourself. Cut them in that high line. Remember, you matter. Peak game. 84's on what? Surang. Y'all been like, man, what Bo been at, man? Where Bo been at? I'm talking like boys from South Park. You know, my wife from South Park. You know what I'm saying? Yo, where Bo been at, man? Man, boy, I've been busy, man. You know, man, I'm doing, like I say, man, I'm about to get my bachelor's real soon. So I've been focusing on that. And, you know, but I got the content. You know, I made a bunch of videos. I just ain't had time to edit them. So y'all stay tuned, because I got some fire coming. We got the Canelo Banga, you know, post-fight reaction. We got the Caleb playing McCumbee post-fight reaction. We got Danny Garcia's 90 Lara post-fight reaction. It's going down like this and like that. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Whew. Terence Crawford, in the words of Ballhead Bradley, is begging for a Canelo fight. I say give it to him. Pause. Turkey Ellis Sheik got money. Get Canelo the money that he want. He want 200 million, 100 million, whatever he want. Give him the money. Get Terence Crawford his money. Make the fight happen. That's how I look at it. Make the fight happen. Right? He want it. Hey, give him the fight. You know what I mean? He keep asking for it. He feel like, you know, that, you know, he want that fight. Let him see. I'm telling you right now, Terence Crawford is walking out that ring with an L. That's all I said. You know, but truthfully, I want Terence Crawford to win that fight. I really do. But, you know, it's just unrealistic. That's what it is. It's unrealistic. I felt the same about Jamel Charlo. Jamel Charlo got in there with Canelo. I said the same thing. I said, look, I want Jamel Charlo to beat Canelo. I said, but I already know how this thing finna go. I already know how this thing finna end. And it ended exactly how I said it was gonna end. And Jamel Charlo having an L in his column. Now he got 2 losses. You know what I'm saying? So, and it don't mean he a bad fighter, because he's, you know, he lost to Tony Harrison, and he was a good fighter, and then he lost to Canelo, who's a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I think Terence Crawford going up to 168 is a bit much, but he keep begging for the fight. Give him the fight. You know what I mean? Me, I'm like, man, I'm like, buddy wants some smoke, give it to him. Pause. You know what I mean? That's my energy. You know? But I'm going to be realistic as it pertains to that fight. That's not a winnable fight for Terence Crawford, bro. You know what I'm saying? First of all, you have a style that poses no problem for Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez struggles with boxers, guys who are slick. Right? Guys who are slick boxers. That's what he struggles with. Or he'll struggle with a crafty Ukrainian style like Bivol. You know what I mean? Bivol is big, pause, and he know how to utilize his length. That's what he was able to do with Canelo. He kept Canelo on the end of his punches, put combination punches on Canelo. Canelo couldn't find a rhythm. Canelo, he'll land a shot here and there, but that's what he did. You know what I'm saying? Terence Crawford don't have nothing to keep Canelo off of him. That's just real talk. All these people jumping through mental to gymnastics. Oh, he's the same height as Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford walks around. Yeah, Terence Crawford can walk around at 200 pounds. I don't give a damn. That's not fight shape, bro. I don't care what you talking about. He walks around. That's not fight shape, bro. Prime example. I walk around right now. Right? I'm in my mid-30s. Right now, I walk around between 190 and 200. My weight fluctuates. It's weird. I may be 195, maybe we'll be 198. I may be 200. I may go back down to 190. My weight fluctuates, right? But I can't get in there. Let's say I get 200, I'm 200 pounds. I can't go jump in the ring and fight Anthony Joshua and win that fight. You get what I mean? Just because I walk around that certain way doesn't mean anything. Like Edgar Berlanga. Edgar Berlanga cut weight to 168, right? But he rehydrated up to almost 200 pounds. You get what I mean? Like, bro, all I'm saying is Edgar Berlanga may walk around like 190, 195. You know what I'm saying? But then he cut weight. Just like when I was an amateur boxer, I fought at 178, like heavyweight. So I used to walk around like 185, 190. You know what I'm saying? But I would cut weight to 178. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, that's all I'm saying, man. Like, it's different. I can't get in there right now, and I'm not even in, like, I wouldn't say I'm in horrible boxing shape. I think like right now I would need like a couple weeks, you know, because I still train. You know what I mean? I train like 2 times a week with boxing. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not active anymore, so I don't have to do it every day. But I train like 2 days a week. You know, I dedicate 2 days a week to my boxing. I dedicate other days to strength and conditioning. You know what I'm saying? You know, I dedicate other days to football drills. You know, I'm an athlete, man, so I try to keep my athletic, you know, skills up. And anybody want to get on that football field, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Hey. All I'm saying, man. You know what I mean? The boy still got it. But anyway, to get back on topic, all I'm saying at the end of the day is this. It's just, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Canelo Alvarez is at 168. He's strong, he's powerful, he's explosive. He got 60-something fights. I know that, you know, some people feel like, oh, Terence Crawford wants to fight Canelo because he sees some slippage. That may be the truth. But I'm here to tell you, whatever slippage he sees, even this version of Canelo will still stop Terence Crawford at 168. Not gonna lie to you. And then on another note, I mean, I kind of see how it's a lose-lose situation for Canelo. Because analyze this. Canelo fights Terence Crawford. It's not going to be the biggest fight in boxing. I know Terence Crawford said that. But it's not the biggest fight in boxing. So he going to lose on the revenue side. Now, granted, Canelo got a loyal fan base. You know what I mean? So if this fight does any numbers, it's not going to be because he fighting Terence Crawford. It's going to be because of Canelo. That's it. Look what Canelo did with Berlanga. Y'all seen that weigh-in? It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm talking about is, at the end of the day, to keep it a thou wow, is if the fight do numbers, it's going to be simply because of Canelo. It ain't going to be because of Terence Crawford. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it funky. I'm telling you, Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He's going to be a Hall of Fame fighter. But when you get in there with another great fighter, there has to be a winner and a loser. And he might be biting off more than he could chew. That's all I'm saying. I'm not down his skill set. He may be more skillful than Canelo. But you're going up 2 weight classes. If they was in the same weight class, I'd be like, okay, I would ride with Terence. You know what I'm saying? No brainer. But they're weight class for a reason. And that power sit different up there. You know what I'm saying? As you go up in weight, these boys punching, bro. Like, it's different. You know what I mean? Like, power affects people differently. I'm telling you. You know? How do I know? I'm a power puncher, or was a power puncher. I'll spar guys, man, they way more skillful than me, you know, and was better than me in every asset. I'm not going to lie to you. But I had power. So I catch them with a shot, and they like, you see them start being more gunshot. You catch them with another shot, now they don't want to throw nothing. Now they're a defensive fighter. Then you start realizing, oh, this dude don't want to engage. Let me walk him down. I'm telling you, bro. That power sit different. Some dudes can't take that power. Pause. They can't, bro. You saw that a little bit with Crawford at 54. A lot of y'all like, oh man, he going. I'm telling you, Crawford normally, right? Sometimes he fights off emotion. I ain't gonna hold you. I'll be, sometimes he fight off emotion. But that boy Benjamin had Crawford fighting off emotion, right? In spurts. I won't say the whole fight, but in spurts. Because, and I'm gonna tell you how. Imagine if I catch Crawford with that right, and Crawford won his, he like, man, you got me messed up. I'm telling you, you start fighting like that, as you go up in weight, you're going to sleep. I'm telling you that. You gotta be able to be clear-minded and have a clear head when you up there. Pause, that was crazy. You gotta have a clear game plan, fight plan. You gotta be able to execute it. You know what I mean? And when you got a fighter like Canelo who punching, right? He punching him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. I don't feel like, in my opinion, Crawford has anything to keep Canelo off of him. Now, Crawford can maybe use his legs, use lateral movement, try to set some traps, and then take that approach. But how long can you do that for? You know what I'm saying? How long can you do that for? Crawford's fit to be 37 years old. Right? That's another disadvantage. He's older than Canelo. Nah, Canelo probably got more mileage because he been in a lot of primetime fights, and he been fighting since he was 15. Right? He been a professional since he was 15. But Canelo has more experience being on a bigger stage than Terence Crawford does. So I'm just telling you, all the advantages point towards Canelo. All the disadvantages point towards Terence Crawford. I'm just saying this unbiasedly, right? This is not a winnable fight for Terence Crawford. Like I said, I want Terence Crawford to win. I hope Terence Crawford wins. You know what I mean? I'm not going to lie to you. But realistically, it's just not a winnable fight for him. Stylistically, the style matchup, it's just not. That's just what it is. It's not one of those fights where, it's a guaranteed win for Crawford. And I know the Bud Buddies gonna say, oh man, he can beat Canelo. They're the same height. Canelo's not that big. Terence Crawford is knocking out heavyweights in sparring. It's another thing I want to bring up. Sparring is different than actually being in a ring with somebody with no headgear and smaller gloves, right? That's just what it is, bro. Sparring is different. You could talk to any pro fighter. I heard De La Hoya say, hey man, I used to get my tail handed to me when I was in sparring. You would think that I was an amateur or whatever. But then when you saw me on fight night, it was go time. Just like Floyd, right? You heard Bill Haney, which I don't believe this, but you heard Bill Haney say, oh, Devin whooped you in sparring. And what Floyd say? Okay, congratulations. Your son is undefeated in the gym. But what's my record under them lights? You know what I'm talking about? So I fool with it. Sparring is sparring, bro. You working on stuff, maybe trying stuff out. You know what I mean? Like me, I'm a kung fu fighter. When I was active, amateur fighter, I was a kung fu fighter. I'm trying to get you out. I'm trying to blitz you. You know what I mean? But tactically. You know what I mean? I had power. I used my jab, set up my right hand. That was my right hand, my money punch. Right? But I'm coming to get you out of that. My fights was always entertaining when I got in there. And the people I was coming up to me, dapped me up after my fights. You know what I mean? I know who I am as a fighter. But there are times in sparring where I'll be like, man, I'm trying to be slick in there. You know, I'm just gonna try to be slick when I'm sparring, see what happens. You know, and then boop bop, I get pieced up. I'm like, nah, let me do what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's just real talk, bro. Like, it happens. You know, Crawford beat up heavyweights in sparring. Okay. What does that mean? It means nothing. Errol was beating up heavyweights in sparring too. Don't mean that, oh man, Errol Spence is invincible. I mean, nobody's invincible, bro, in this boxing game. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that's just what it is. Sparring is different from being under them lights. I don't think, and when I hear people say that, I'm like, man, you are casual to me, in my opinion. Because what does that even mean? No, yeah, man, under the, in sparring, he be dropping heavyweights. Okay. You know, just like you hear stories about dudes saying, oh, yeah, man, you know, Tank got dropped in sparring or he got knocked out in sparring. Okay, but what is Tank under them lights? Under them lights, the boy's still undefeated so far. You feel me? So I just think, man, we need to pump our brakes, slow down, you know what I'm saying? And with all that talk. Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. Me personally, I feel like he needs to put his sights, and I'm just being realistic, right? Unbiasedly. He needs to put his sights on 154 and 160. That's what he needs to put his sights on. Start trying to make fights at those weight classes. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of talent at those weight classes. You got guys at 154 you can fight. You got guys at 160 you can fight. Carlos Adames at 160. Janabek, 160. You know, hell, Jamal Charlo, 160. You know what I'm saying? You got Eric Lubin, Brian Steiner, Brian Mendoza. You got other fights that you can make. I don't understand why Terence Crawford is really trying to go to 168. You know what I mean? Like, to fight Canelo. Unless he's just trying to get a payday and dip out. He trying to skip the line, get a payday, and dip out. That's what it is, G. That right there. He don't want to fight Canelo because he feel like he can beat him. I'm telling you this. I've been saying this. I was the first one to say that on this YouTube platform. I said, this man want a payday, bro, so he can retire. I'm telling you this. Terence Crawford, win, lose, or draw. If Terence Crawford win, if he beat Canelo and become the unified champion 168, you're telling me he gonna stay at 68 and fight David Benavidez or fight David Morrell or fight Caleb Plant? Do I need to keep going? No, that man ain't finna stay up there. He gonna retire. Win, lose, or draw. He out. He chunking up the deuce. You know what I'm talking about? So all I'm saying at the end of the day is that's not a winnable fight for him. You know, you kind of selling your soul. I'm not gonna lie to you. You kind of selling your soul for $1. We keeping it 1,000. You feel me? Like, that's just real talk. You out here, you claiming that you want to fight Canelo and all this other stuff because you feel like, oh, I could beat him. Man, you ain't want to fight him because you feel like you can beat him. You want to fight him because you want to retire. You trying to skip the line. You trying to, oh, I've done this in my career. I've done that. Blip, blap, blue, blah, blah. To get a fight. And I'm just telling you right now, it ain't going down. You know? Like, Canelo's at a point now, and I'm just keeping it 1,000 where he don't have to fight anybody. You know what I mean? He can do what he want. Now, do I think this fight probably will happen? Probably, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping that stack bundle. Probably. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it true with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just keeping it true with you. I think that this fight might happen. If they put the right dollar amount, it might happen. But I just think at the end of the day, the fight don't make sense. You know, but hey, if they got the right dollar amount, they want to take the money and give it to him, make the fight happen. If he want that smoke, give it to him. Let him figure it out on his own. Right? Because I'm telling you, this fight Canelo ain't what you think. You know what I mean? Like, we keeping it real. Like, we just gonna be honest. He's not what you think he is, bro. I know that, you know, a lot of these guys feel like, oh, he's slipping and all that. And even this version of Canelo is a dangerous Canelo for Terence Crawford. That's all I'm saying at the end of the day. This version of Canelo Alvarez is a dangerous fight for Terence Crawford. It's not going to be easy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. And I know a lot of y'all going to feel like, oh, why are you making this video about Terence Crawford? I'm just talking boxing. Last time I checked, Terence Crawford was a boxer, right? That's the last time I checked. Nipsey Hussle voice. He was a boxer. So I don't understand what the crying and complaining is for. You know what I'm saying? He's a boxer. He boxes. You know what I mean? He won't smoke with, Canelo. So, like I said before, I talk anything boxing. It ain't like Terence Crawford a rapper and I'm talking about him in boxing. No, he's a boxer. So I'm talking boxing. So all this stuff about, why you talking about him? Stop talking about him. You hate on him. I don't want to hear that stuff. Terence Crawford's a boxer. I'm simply discussing a boxer who's competing in the sport of boxing. And, he's doing some questionable stuff at times. I talk about the good things about Terence Crawford too. But nobody talks about that. They only pay attention to when I say something crazy. Or I don't be saying nothing crazy. That's the thing. When I go and question something Buddy doing, that's when the problems arise. It's like, I don't understand what you upset about. Like, what are you mad about? You feel me? Like, I don't get it. You mad at me because I'm speaking the truth in boxing. You know what I'm saying? You mad at me because I'm telling you, Terence Crawford, right? This Canelo fight is not a winnable fight for him. You know what I mean? You mad at me because I'm telling you that this man gonna retire. I don't understand. I don't understand the logic. You know what I mean? Man, shut up. You don't understand the logic. You know what I'm saying? So I think that as it pertains to Terence Crawford, my bad, man. These people in Texas is tripping. Well, you know one thing I don't understand? I got to go on this rant real quick. I don't know why people hunk at people. And you don't know the capabilities of the person that's in that car. Right? People do stuff and get upset. And then when somebody starts shooting, then they want to start crying. I don't understand that. It don't make sense to me. I've been sitting there laughing because I'll be like, bro, you not the only person that can get mad. You know what I mean? Like, there's other people that get mad too. But anyway, back on topic. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man, about Terence Crawford. Boss go.